Hi there! Welcome to What is Islam Academy. Let's learn about Islam together.
In a world of diverse cultures, there's a beautiful idea that, at their core, all religions teach the same values. Be kind, be compassionate, help those in need. We see these golden threads woven through many faiths, creating a tapestry of shared human aspiration for peace. It's a vision of unity that resonates deeply with our desire for a better world. This leads many to a comforting conclusion. Surely, all religions are just various paths leading to the same destination, like different trails all leading to the summit of the same mountain. From this perspective, why can't a person choose any path they resonate with and still reach the one universal God? This idea feels wonderfully inclusive, tolerant, and peaceful. It seems like the most loving way for a creator to guide humanity. And yet, we encounter a significant challenge. Islam, while also championing peace and compassion, makes a very specific and exclusive claim that it is the one, final, and complete truth for all of humanity. For many, this claim can be jarring. It raises an immediate and very fair question. Why? Why the exclusivity? If God is all-loving, why would he designate only one path, seemingly invalidating the sincere beliefs of billions of good people? Doesn't that create division instead of unity? The idea of all paths lead to God sounds wonderful, and it comes from a noble sentiment that aims to unite us. But if we're being intellectually sincere in our search for truth, we have to ask, does this beautiful idea actually make sense? Can paths that point in fundamentally different directions truly lead to the same place? If one faith says God is an impersonal energy, another says he is a trinity, and Islam says he is strictly one and indivisible, can they all be correct? Let's explore this profound question together, with an open heart and an open mind. To understand Islam's place in the world, it's helpful to shift our perspective. Many see a landscape of different religions, each a separate path. But from the Islamic viewpoint, there is one timeless message sent to humanity since the beginning. Imagine a master teacher sending a series of lessons over many generations. The core subject never changes, but each lesson builds upon the last, clarifying the message for the students of that era. Islam is understood not as a brand new subject, but as the final, complete, and universally accessible textbook. It doesn't erase the previous lessons. It gathers them, corrects any misunderstandings that crept in over time, and presents the full curriculum, once and for all. This single, unbroken thread of guidance was carried by every prophet God sent, creating a golden chain of messengers revered in many faiths. It began with Adam, the first human, taught to worship his Creator alone. It was the message of Noah, who pleaded with his people to abandon their idols and return to the one true God. It was the defining mission of Abraham, who rejected the statues his people worshipped, using pure reason to arrive at the conclusion of a single, all-powerful Creator. It was the very first commandment given to Moses on the mountain, to have no other gods. And it was the central call of Jesus, who taught his followers to worship the one God, the Father in heaven. So if the message was always the same, what happened? The human element. Over centuries, the pure revelations were altered. Imagine a pristine river flowing from a mountain spring. As it travels through generations, people add to it. Cultural traditions, philosophical interpretations, and even the worship of intermediaries or statues begin to muddy the pure water. Divine laws were changed, prophets were sometimes elevated to divine status, and original scriptures were altered through countless transcriptions. Islam, therefore, came as an act of purification. The final revelation, the Qur'an, was sent to act as a divine filter, separating the timeless truth from man-made additions. It came to restore the original direct relationship between humanity and God, removing all intermediaries and myths, and re-establishing the pristine, universal faith of all the prophets. In our journey through life, we often ask the big questions. Why are we here? What is our purpose? We search for a truth that resonates with our soul, a guiding light. From an Islamic perspective, this search is not a journey with multiple valid destinations. It is a journey towards a single, profound reality defined by our Creator, a truth that is both universal and exclusive. The Quran addresses this quest with definitive clarity. God states, "Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam." Aal Imran 19. The word Islam here is crucial. Its literal meaning is submission to the will of God. This verse tells us that the only true path acceptable to God is one of complete willing submission to Him. This isn't a new concept, it's the timeless message of every prophet from Adam to Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. They all called their people to submit to the one true God. Building on this, the Qur'an clarifies the consequence of choosing another way. And whoever seeks a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted of him, and in the hereafter he will be among the losers. Aal Imran, 85. This is a statement of spiritual reality, like a law of nature. If a manual specifies a certain fuel for an engine, using anything else will cause it to fail. Similarly, God, our Creator, has specified the path for our lives. To disregard this guidance is to risk our ultimate purpose and our connection with Him in the life to come, which is the meaning of being among the losers. In an age of relativism, we're told that all paths lead to the same peak. But is that logical? Truth, by its nature, is exclusive. It's not a buffet of conflicting ideas where everything is equally valid. You can't say that 1 + 1 = 2, and 1 + 1 = 3, and 1 + 1 = 11 are all correct at the same time. In medicine, a specific illness requires a specific cure. This claim to a single truth isn't born from arrogance, but from loyalty to divine revelation. It doesn't imply that followers of one path are inherently better people. It simply states that the path itself, as revealed by God, is the one true way. The Quran commands believers to engage with others with wisdom and kindness. Therefore, the Islamic position is that there is one objective, universal truth for all of humanity. Only one can be true. This isn't a barrier to dialogue. It is a sincere and loving invitation to everyone to investigate this claim, to seek the path that truly aligns our hearts with our Creator, and to find the peace that comes with submitting to the One. Some religions say God is one, others say 3 in 1, others say millions of gods. They can't all be correct. It's logically impossible. Truth by definition excludes falsehood. If everything is true, then nothing is true. Real truth must be consistent, not contradictory. Many say, but all religions teach kindness. Yes, but kindness alone doesn't define truth. What you believe about God, why you live, and what happens after death, these matter. Islam combines belief and action. Correct worship plus righteous deeds. Not just be good, but worship right, live right. 10 people can write 10 versions of a story, but only one can be completely accurate. A fake $100 bill looks similar, but only the real one has value. Likewise, Islam confirms the original truth and removes later human additions. Original scriptures were altered, with human edits, lost manuscripts, and kings rewriting rules. That's why Allah sent the final revelation, the Qur'an, preserved perfectly for 1,400 plus years. No popes, no priests rewriting it, no statues, no confusion, just pure monotheism. Islam does not teach hatred of people, only rejection of falsehood. The Qur'an says, "Let there be no compulsion in religion." Al-Baqarah 256. But truth does not need to mix with falsehood to be polite. You don't mix pure water with poison and call it peaceful. Islam invites everyone, not to a man-made system but to the original truth. One God, one book, one final prophet. That's why Islam cannot accept all religions as equal, because truth is one, not many.